Hello, everybody.
Hi, buddy.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas has called improv.
That's right.
So
Pull the
we
improv
are
card.
bringing. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what we're bringing. We don't have a
Whole
plan this time.
whole bunch of nothing.
Whole lot of
The
Our
nothing.
favorite
the
with the
person you
side
can
of
see is, or the person you can hear here is Lucas,
hi.
recording from only God knows where,
It's Orlando, Florida,
or Orlando, Florida.
home
How's the
of
weather?
Mickey Mouse. It's glorious. It's right now, I think, lower 60s, mid 60s, at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock,
Oh,
10.
I am
I don't
jealous
know.
because it is freezing here in Ohio.
Oh man, I
I was
left.
gonna.
I
It's
did. I
brisk.
ditched you guys. You in West Virginia a few days ago, and I'll tell you what, it was glorious.
It's
I was
cold,
so
man.
excited.
Yeah, I
Never
was
been
Yeah,
gonna
so
say
excited to leave my home state.
it's the same temperature here, except minus 40 from that.
yeah. I'm sure
Ugh,
it's horrible.
gross.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Marc Boucher.
Yeah. Mark,
Hey,
Mark with a C. We call him Kark.
With a C.
funny enough, one of our coworkers brought that up the other day. He sent the exact picture. He's like, "Yeah, I saw this, and it was that picture of the Starbucks cup with Kark on it." And I was like, "Dude,
Mark with a C.
you have no idea." But hi, everybody.
Hello.
And then lastly, Patrick with the hello, the early hello there before the introduction.
Good morning.
Good
Yeah.
morning to you. Good morning
Mhm.
to you. I'm
Who's
Ronnie
that?
J.
Hello, Ronnie J.
Hi, Ronnie J.
Hello.
What's up?
This
Hello.
is episode 175, by the way.
Is
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah, that's right.
Is it
That's right.
now?
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
Ooh, 25 away from 200.
It's crazy.
We better start planning.
25.
No, we got plenty of time. 24 more episodes, and we can talk about it. As is
I
tradition.
like that.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, me introducing the show is a horrible idea. Like, I just woke up from a nap at 9. So I'm still like
Oh man,
a
that's the perfect
zombie.
time. That's a perfect time to go high energy.
That
The past
officially
45
makes
minutes,
it
I've
the
just been trying
best
to wake
idea.
up around my house.
Yeah. I'm glad to know that information after the fact. I'm glad we chose you.
Yeah.
Because you just brought just the right amount of energy. Real laid back. I feel like I'm in a jazz bar right now. Like someone needs to play a little music in the background.
I think we should keep it cool, a little jazzy.
Yeah, keep it cool. Yeah, I like we were talking about. I left the cool on, I think it was Friday. Man, we flew out of Bridgeport, West Virginia, like 30 minutes from my home, at least the home I grew up in. And the night before, we got 6 inches of snow. And I was like, what are you doing, God? I got to shovel this in the morning. Why are you doing this to me? It was not cool. But my dad and I got some bonding time, and we got to shovel the lot,
Just a little
knock the
reminder of what
snow
it's
off.
like.
You know what? And it came back to me like PTSD. I was just like, oh my
All right.
gosh, I remember doing this before.
So, question: did you do the whole driveway,
Well,
or did you do like the tires only?
funnily,
Just the
funnily enough, there are 3 cars in my parents' lot. We did the 2 vehicles that we were taking and left my sister's car under the snow. In fact, I think we put more snow on my sister's car.
That's what she gets.
I was like, you know what? You're on your own, sis. Have fun.
You ever see when the people draw the big eyes and the mouth on the cars that are covered in snow? Like they try to like mimic the cars from the actual movie Cars.
I
It
don't think
looks
I've seen
awesome.
that in real life. I bet you that is awesome.
It
It's
is.
fun.
Or when people do that with dirt and they say, wash me.
And that's
Yeah,
when
I'm
you.
glad to be in Florida.
hmm
That's when you what? Sorry.
I was gonna say
Mhm.
that's when you hand them the bucket and the
Yeah.
mop. Sure, go right ahead.
Your joke's so funny, I'm gonna make you clean my car. Sucker. But yeah,
I also
Orlando,
have like a
Florida's
dirt grenade for those scenarios where you can just lob it over their car and then
yeah, in your face.
Wait, there's dirt grenades?
I was
I
just
said-
thinking that.
I mean,
I was like, wait, where do we get these?
that sounds.
I mean-
that sounds good.
if there's not, we should probably that should be our ticket, to be honest. Like I don't
You need to
No,
type
we're
that
waiting
into Amazon. See if you can order those. Prime
check it out
delivery,
now.
free delivering, 2-day delivery, dirt bombs. Merca.
take a look.
All right,
here.
check it out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll take a
being in
look.
Orlando, like getting weather that's so close to Brazil right now is amazing. It's like being back in Brazil. The sun's shiny. We did get our first rain today after being here for 4 days. That wasn't fun because this was the day we actually had off to use the pool and stuff around the resort. So we did get chased off out of the pool, but still beautiful weather. Only thing I have to avoid is my parents' room because it is 66, 67, 68 degrees. And I do not like that. Our room is at a swampy 74, and it's amazing. Love it. Give me 74 degrees all day.
Never be able to sleep in your room ever.
That's good. You're not invited to sleep in my room. You can hang out with me. We can chat.
I don't even know if I could. I don't even know if I could stay in there very long. I'd be sweltering after.
I give you some nice
pool. Like, nah, I'm good over here. I'm good over here, guys.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yep. I'm sleeping here.
Actually, where I'm recording tonight, it was one of the guys that from our family that was here. He left, but I went into his spare room to record, and I walk in, and it is 66 degrees. And I texted him like, "Are you trying to kill me? You know, I'm allergic to cold." No, he didn't know I was going to use the room, so I forgave him. But, I can't handle it. Just can't handle it.
Is that why you got a sweatshirt on?
That's why I got a hoodie on. I'm in Florida, and I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm like looking out for the Florida man, keeping warm. Did you guys find out what you were Googling?
No. I Googled dirt bombs, and I didn't look any further, and it's like a donut dessert.
Like a donut with it's like a donut hole.
Yeah, cinnamon and sugar on top of it.
I typed in dirt bomb / grenade, and turns out that's actually a military weapon. That's a horrible thing.
Oh, that's right, a dirty bomb, right? Yeah. No, that's bad. That's bad.
I typed in dirt grenades and I came across an Urban Dictionary definition that I will not read on this.
No.
No.
Why can't you read it?
Put it in the group chat.
It is highly inappropriate and racist.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's good call. Double threat.
Wow, that was close. I almost called that a Ronnie level thing, but now I'm taking that back. I'm not going to say that.
I was going to say that is well above Ronnie.
Once racism comes
or
into play,
below
like,
Ronnie.
whoa. Yep. Yeah, depending on how you're looking at it. Yeah.
Turns out there's no such thing as a dirt bomb in the context in which we described it. So we're still good to create that, I guess.
You know what? Yeah, that's
we just
dirt
gotta
bomb
slide
had
in
something
between
to do
that.
with plop.
We just got to slide in between the dangerous weapon and the racism, apparently, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's an opportunity. So one of us needs to capitalize on that.
It would be cool to hit your buddy with one of those, though. There's like a little bomb with just dirt in it. Just boom.
Like dust.
Covers them. That'd be awesome.
You'd puff.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen people covered in mud and then they open their eyes and all you see is the white of their eyes?
Like the Predator.
The mud. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When Schwarzenegger's wearing all that mud. Do you wear mud? Like, do you say that same as you say like a shirt?
I actually just watched that again a couple weeks ago for the first time in a while.
Love that movie.
It kind of still holds up, really. I mean,
yeah,
not bad.
Is there a remastered version?
I don't know.
Like updated visuals and all that?
Still didn't look very remastered. The Predator is actually not as terrifying like 20 years later. I mean, when he's standing in front of Arnold, like, and decides to take off all of his stuff and just like straight up fight him at the end, like, yeah, he's terrifying then, though.
Yeah.
But like the weird like camouflage, like that seems weird now. I guess I just remembered it like differently. It seemed more real back then.
Sometimes it's better when it's stuck in your mind.
Yeah. You know what I always forget is like the star-studded cast in that movie. They got some good ones in there.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's got Apollo Creed. I can never remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. So I was like, oh, Apollo Creed.
Crossover. Yeah. Where's Rocky at?
Adrian. I believe that's Carl
what you doing? You want to go?
Carl Weathers.
Oh yeah, he's
right. Yeah.
He's in Mandalorian. Yeah, he makes the magic hands comment about Grogu. It's a good one.
You ever watch the oh man, what the crap is that show now? Well, never mind.
Have you ever watched a show?
That's the worst.
I've seen it.
Yep. You're definitely
is a show.
Getting up in age there, Ronnie, when that stuff happens.
What in the bleep am I trying to think of?
Well, while you're thinking about the show, I watched a show this past week.
Ooh, tell us.
I watched the season 4 of Cobra Kai, and my gosh, that show is so fun to watch.
Is it awesome? I almost started that today.
It is. The the way every
I love
season
that show, man.
they bring back stuff that happened in the first 3 Karate Kid movies are just so good. Like the way they bring back like Miyagi saying things and it applies to the situation that they're in, like kind of like they're in that particular scene. It is beautifully done. How they do that. They bring back villains, they bring back friends, they bring back love interests. They bring them back, and it's all like perfectly well done.
Tasteful nostalgia.
It is. It really is.
It does make you feel like a kid again watching that show.
Like I was
because
like,
outside of the show, like I don't think karate is very cool. You know,
I mean, like they make this a big deal, like this
dude,
all
it's like this whole
karate.
town is, yeah, dude, like they just love karate in this place.
All they talk about is Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do. You know, that's all they talk about. But then when they go to the All Valley Karate Tournament, there's like 12.
They're like gangs. They're like gangs in this town.
There's no way there's 12 of these. But yeah, like it got me thinking. I'm like, what other shows would be able to do this like 30 years later, 35 years later, to bring back a whole cast of characters and continue to tell the story?
I got one for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Fraggle Rock.
The next generation.
That's all I got.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
I mean, I guess they've really done that. They did it with Fuller House.
They
sure
brought
that back.
Oh,
they did.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Rest in peace.
Oh man,
man, I wasn't even bummed out till you brought it up.
My daughter found out today. She came to me, like I didn't mention it, and she came to me. She was like in tears, sad about it because I told her, I was like, so he was part of my childhood, and Claire was like, yeah, mine too. You know, because she loves Full House. Yeah, she watched the entire series of Full House and the new Fuller House. We just started
it a few weeks before flying to the U.S. We're like, you know what? We're going to be flying to the U.S. and not get to watch it much, but let's start Full House. Mm-hmm. And man, so when our kids saw this was yesterday, for those who are listening and are like, who are you talking about? Bob Saget passed away, 65 years old, too young. But yeah, that's a heartbreaker to see your childhood, a big person in your childhood pass away like that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Betty White passed away the end of 2021. Bob Saget passed away. I feel like there's a few people that have already passed away. Sidney Poitier.
Poitier. Something like that.
However you pronounce his
Poitier.
last names. Yeah, Poitier. Thank you, Mark. Right. I was waiting for you to chime in there. He passed away. He was in a movie called Sneakers. I don't know if you guys saw that with Robert Redford.
I saw that in high school.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up. And he was in that. Yeah, it seems like
my dad ran into him at an airport one time.
Did they speak French together?
They did not.
Wow, missed opportunity.
Yeah. I'd say.
If I could go back in time.
Yeah. Should have spoken French. Should have done it.
French my dad my dad ran off in the airport, and we're like, where did he go? And all of a sudden he was back. I was like, Dad, where'd you go?
Just running down celebrities.
He's like, I just talked to Sidney Poitier. I was like, what?
He probably looked at him like, what are you doing?
He's like that guy
on me.
That guy in that
Mr.
GIF.
Boucher?
The guy in that GIF that's looking through little like bushes, and he's just like, looking all crazy. that was Mark's dad looking for that Cindy. Where are you? There you are. Bonjour. It's good stuff. Oh. But yeah, that was sad to hear about. You know what was not sad? Getting to hang out with Marc Boucher last week.
Oh, that's right.
Glorious.
Yeah.
We had a fun time together, let me tell you. He got to join my family and I at Panera Bread. He got to talk about video games with my parents, of all people. Like,
I did not foresee myself speaking Zelda with like a 65, 70-year-old man.
There was a 5-minute span where I had no idea what they were saying. Like, they were using all these Zelda words.
They were in too deep for you.
They were like, and I mean, I got to even play.
You just grabbed your cup. You're like,
I did. I was like Grogu with the little cup when he's watching
Yes.
Mando and the girl fight. And I'm just like super. I'm watching them talk about Zelda. It was crazy, and my dad is such a huge nerd with that game. It's amazing. I couldn't be more proud, honestly. Like it's just
And his wife.
so cool.
That's the crazy
my
thing.
mom, like they're just like, oh yeah, like they're reenacting stuff they've done with Mark as if they actually lived it. Like the kind of stuff we do that you don't expect your parents to do. Like you expect your parents to be like, what is that? What was that game where you press them buttons and stuff moves on the screen? Like my parents are acting like they lived it. Like they went out there, and my dad's like the squire that carries the knight's items. Like that's what my dad's role is. And then my mom's like, yeah, and then I hit him with this sword and
He's
beat
like
him
the
down
caddy.
with this. And yeah, my dad's the caddy. He's just like, you should use this. Yeah, coaching her along, be like, don't give up. You got it next time. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about.
It's amazing.
We talked last week's episode about how he was like marking up the map and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke it out and showed it to me.
He did.
I was
It's falling
like-
apart.
Like he
Hold
carried
up.
it with him. Yeah, just has the map
Yeah.
of Zelda with him all the time.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
a
always
little
in his
fanny
pocket.
pack. It's in his fanny pack. He's got it with his little
An
marker.
old set of stuff.
No, we were at their house, and he pulled
Gotcha.
out the super nice hardback strategy guide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did mix two things together because I started talking about my family, and then so we had lunch at Panera Bread with just my immediate family, my wife and kids. And then we went shopping and looked around the area for some stuff while Mindy and the kids went to Walmart and bought the place out. And then it was that night that we hung out with my parents at my house, their house, the house I grew up in. So yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, one thing that Mark and I did that just totally came out of left field. I haven't been in that area a lot where we ate at Panera Bread and did some shopping and stuff. So before Mark came, I did a little Google research and looked up video game places. And I found a mom and pop place that was called Cartridges Galore. And I was like, well, I don't think Mark collects cartridges from what I remember. And I definitely don't. But we might as well go there to see what's there. And let me tell you, we found a treasure chest, a gold mine of video games, of collectibles. This guy had everything from beginning to end. Like he had PS5 and Xbox Series, everything stuff. And then he had in television games, he had cartridges and I mean galore. And he even had collectibles like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets with all the action figures and the 12-pack carrying case. It just like gave me like a Ratatouille moment where you go back in your vision, you're like,
Yeah, he
I'm a kid
unlocked
again.
childhood memories that I have not accessed in many, many, many years.
it was awesome.
I have never been in the presence of a Power Glove,
Yeah.
and there it was.
In the
Wait a
glass.
minute, what's a power glove?
Come on, Mark. Come on, Ronnie. Come on.
You don't know what a
is
Power Glove is?
I don't think so.
It's bad.
I mean,
it's real
Like
bad.
Thanos'
It's
power
for
glove.
for the original. Yeah, I mean, basically, it was a Infinity Power Gauntlet for the original NES.
Yeah. Snap
And
your fingers, you win the game.
It was a controller, literally on a glove.
It was way ahead of its time.
So far ahead of its
Was it a
time
piece of crap
that
like
it was a
back
piece
then,
of crap.
or was it actually? Oh,
It was a
okay.
piece of
No,
crap.
it was
It was
a
a piece of crap.
Sounds like that would be a piece of garbage.
They used
back
it in the
then.
commercial, and then you get it in real life, and you're like, it's a controller
This thing's
on your
horrible.
hand. It's stuck on my hand, and it's an awkward position, so it was really hard to control anything.
So
with
you
it.
just stand in the middle of the room, just like waving your hand around as you're playing. Like,
Have,
It wasn't even that cool. You
Have
couldn't wave
you-
waving your hand did nothing.
have you ever heard of the late 80s 90s movie The Wizard with like Fred Savage?
Oh man,
He takes his
I
little
haven't.
brother
Old school.
to a video game competition where they play Super Mario Brothers 3 at the end.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was
wins.
that was
Sounds
one
awesome.
huge Nintendo commercial, and one of the things that they featured in that movie is the Power Glove, and they tried to make it out to be
Power
this
Glove.
like super cool.
Yeah.
I bet you
I,
do
um,
find one that's like packaged. Then it's probably worth a lot of money now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure. But it was an amazing place, amazing find. So I'll be returning to that. I got the guy's card and was like, I'll be back. So
So did you guys get anything?
I didn't.
Mark was really conservative. He pretty much, there was something or some things he wanted. He's like, yeah, Kristen's will kill me if I get that. So
Yeah,
he was a good boy.
There was a so I've kind of been interested in being able to, especially since we did I did the Pokemon game streams like a couple months ago.
And wants to do Zelda games.
Yes. Which I have started, but we'll get into that later.
Oops. Spoilers.
But I've been kind of wanting to stream Game Boy games. That's very hard to do. But there are devices out there that allow you to do such things. If you've heard of Retron, they do all sorts of retro video game consoles that allow you to play older games. And they had a Retron Game Boy device.
Oh.
And it was $75. And in retrospect, I wish I would have done it because normally it's $90. So I kind of wish I had done it.
Cheaper at the mom and pop store. That does.
Yeah, no, right? Doesn't make sense at all. And not only was that cheaper, but when you trade in your games, they're like 3 times or 4 times more what you could get at like GameStop or whatever trading in your games.
So
how are they making any money?
So they were $4.
Wow.
$4. Where
I don't know.
$3.50.
They had really good but really odd prices. Like I got Kingdom Hearts 3 because the kids and I have played Kingdom Hearts, as you guys know, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposed to be a good one, but it costed $7.54. I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Does it like round up to like $8 after taxes or something?
Maybe that's what I didn't notice, but that's what it was. It was weird. But yeah, I just got some PS4 games. There's one in particular, Patrick.
I was gonna say
I think you're gonna like, but I'm gonna save it until I play it, so then I have more to tell. But to give you just a hint, it's called, was it Chicken Police?
Yeah, Chicken Police.
Chicken Police. It's like Rockstar's LA Noire mixed with Animal Farm. So
I know about this game.
You know about this game?
I know about this game.
Oh, that's right. Did you watch the trailer when I posted on Discord, or did you know before?
This is part of my 12 indie games I'm playing this year. So
are you serious?
I have it. I already
you
have
do?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're so doing a spoiler cast for this game. We are so doing a spoiler
or
cast.
A roast
I'm
cast.
so excited. I've actually read that it's good, but I haven't read any spoilers.
It
I've only
looks
seen
solid.
It does. It's got good sound
the
quality.
production of it,
But it's
and all
literally
that.
it's literally live people. Like you can see their hands moving and like normal people bodies, and then they have animal heads.
Cats, dogs, chickens.
Dogs. Yeah, it's like name an animal and it's there.
It's so weird.
It looks amazing. So yeah.
Leave
We'll
it to
check back in
Lucas
on
to
that.
find something like that in a mom and pop store.
I was skeptical, and then he said it was like Telltale, where you like choose what you're going to say, and then you investigate stuff like LA Noire. I'm like, I'm in.
I didn't know that was actually a physical form. I thought that was like one of those indie games that's only digital.
Yeah,
that's
it
wild.
seems like it's wild. It was a wild find. I was like, I got to get this, so I did.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we went to my parents' house and talked about Zelda forever.
Yep.
And
play
amazing.
Jackbox.
Yeah, we did play Jackbox. And I will say just one more thing about Zelda. At one point, I had a very nostalgic moment with my mom where she was playing a shrine and she couldn't get past it. And she handed me the controller and says, Lucas, I need your help. And that is the kind of stuff that happened when I was growing up, middle school, high school. Like anytime she couldn't get past a part, she would hand me the controller and say, Lucas, please help me. And I was like, I mean, I have not played this game before, so I'm not making any promises. And I will be honest, the first 6 times I died was because I was like stopping and looking down at my controller to see what button was what.
Yeah.
That was like a child learning how to walk. But I eventually beat it for her, and it was like...
And then you learned to fly.
Old times. I learned to fly. It was great. It was good times. So, yeah. But it was great hanging out with Marc, getting to see him. And yeah. Marc, did you want to share anything from your perspective about the gloriousness of West Virginia, or, you know?
I mean, you covered pretty much a lot of it, but I will tell you that trying to drive through the armpit there and back again of West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
How long of a drive was it for you?
It's 5 hours.
Yeah.
5
Of
hours.
nothingness.
it wasn't complete nothingness, but there was a good hour and a half stretch where you're in the mountains, and
You're kissing your butt.
I have no signal whatsoever,
Yeah.
and you're driving through all these switchbacks.
Yeah.
And
We call them kiss your butt turns.
Yeah, it was gross and a half.
Gross and a half.
But no, I had a great time being able to hang out with Lucas, not on a Zoom call and in the flesh.
Yeah, man.
And be able to actually stay a while in West Virginia.
Yeah. I hugged him as much as he would let me.
Yes. I'm not quite Ronnie levels, but
Yeah.
I guess.
How many was there? Were there 10, 15, 30, 80 hugs?
You're not quite my level, but he still made you uncomfortable. That's what you're saying.
a baker's dozen a day.
Baker's dozen.
An hour.
It's now called a Lucas's dozen when it's in hugs.
It's like, your alarm goes off on the hour. You're like, all right, sometime.
All right, Marc. Here we go. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm totally doing that next time I visit the U.S. for each of you guys.
Do it.
Actually, every 30 minutes for Ronnie.
I told Lucas.
I'll be dead by then.
Yeah. I told Lucas next time he comes back, y'all need to come to Lynchburg.
Yep.
Do it. We need to
Marc's
go to
next.
We need to.
I wonder how far of a drive that is for us.
About 8 hours.
8 hours?
It's not too bad.
It's not a crazy drive.
Road trip. You just pick me up on the way.
Yep. Remember,
America.
I've driven there, so yeah, it was about an 8 hour drive.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So I actually played a new game this week.
Ooh, tell us.
It's called Unravel 2.
Ooh, with Yarny.
Yeah.
Really?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
So I bought it for the Switch, and me and my buddy Justin played.
There you go.
We probably played for about an hour and a half or something like that. It gets pretty I don't want to say it gets repetitive because it does get continually harder. But it's one of those games that I would struggle sitting down and just playing through. Because there's not as much
I was gonna say, didn't you?
Yeah, there's not as much action really. But the game mechanics actually, the whole game is pretty cool. The mechanics of that game are very smooth because you have to be pretty precise with everything, and for that to be not crazy hard, just the big jumps and stuff, you just almost assists you to platforms within the game, which is kind of cool. So, so it's an in progress game. We'll probably pick it up, next time we hang out and play a little bit more until we beat it. But it was fun, actually. It's definitely different. The game is beautiful, honestly. The way they did the game is really cool.
It is nice. Yeah.
Then you got those two yarn guys connected by an umbilical cord, and you're
That's such a weird thing.
You guys are a little
Avatar
weird in
plug into each other at the beginning, which is weird. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. We'll probably finish it, I'm sure.
Well, I also played a game this past week. Actually, played two.
Oh, did you?
I did not see that coming. That was such a big surprise.
So 2022, playing 12 indie games. I played one indie game this past week, and it's called Through the Woods. It is a third-person adventure where you are a mom and you're out in the woods with your son, and your son goes missing. So you're trying to find him, and there's a lot of Norse mythology going on with this in the woods. So as you're going through, you're coming across all this lore and all this stuff that was back when Vikings were in this area and all that stuff. So I'm playing for maybe 30 minutes, and I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing in this game? So I'm running there's really no direction. You don't have a mini map. You don't have a marker to go anywhere. You're just walking around seeing when the next checkpoint is. And I'm I don't even know when the next checkpoint's gonna happen. I don't even know what a checkpoint is. So I'm playing through it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even know how to play this game. So I'm like, let me go to the controls here. So this is after a half hour in. I just jumped right in. Go to the controls. There's one button. R2 to run. There's no actions. Well, sorry,
Oh,
square
my
was
gosh.
action to open doors. Sorry.
Ooh, that's pretty
R2 was
intense.
the run. There's no jumping, there's no climbing, there's no shooting, there's no action, there's no punching, there's nothing. No swimming. There is just running. And I'm like, "Oh no, I picked the wrong game. I picked the wrong game to play." I'm like, I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty neat." No, it was just for, I don't know. I think it was a 2-hour game. I was like, after the first half hour, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use a guide because I have no idea where the heck I'm going. And as I'm following the guide, I'm like, how would I ever know how to get here?
You would just wander
Because
forever.
you would wander in a
Into the
forest
woods.
forever, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no. So I'm so glad that I used a guide, and I used a trophy guide.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I might as well just go for the platinum on this because I never want to play this game again. So this game, you come across the whole. I'm going to spoil this because I don't want anyone to play this because it was pretty bad. But the story was okay. Acting was horrible. Gameplay was awful. Story was good.
Okay.
Um,
1 out of
so
3.
Yeah, I mean, 1 out of 3. This is pretty much a 3 out of 10 game.
All right.
Yeah. So there was you're trying to find your son. You find out that this whole woods is like pretty much there is a big huge wolf that needs to be fed, and so there's this keeper there that feeds children to this wolf,
That
and
got
this
dark.
wolf is like Godzilla sized, the wolf. And so this keeper persuades and convinces this kid to give up his life for all of humanity.
For the Godzilla wolf.
And yes, no, sorry, the keeper, like this
Wolfzilla?
keeper's like a god. Like
Oh,
he's
okay.
just he's like the beginning. He's like the boss, the main antagonist in God of War.
Gotcha.
So he's like he looks like that. He convinces him, and the mom's like, "What are you thinking? Why would you want to do this? There's other children and all this stuff." So you get to the end of the game, you finally find your son. Your son's on this cliff, about to be fed over into this wolf's mouth. And so I'm running towards her. The mom's running towards her, and they all fall into this wolf's mouth. She wakes up and then the wolf's gone, and the son's laying right there. And so she grabs her, she like carries her son from this water onto the like little wooden pathway, and then it's square to revive him. So all of a sudden she's doing like CPR, chest pumps, and then so I'm like, she's like yelling like, wake up, like this is like a really intense scene. And so it's like you keep pressing square, and and then all of a sudden circle pops up and it says accept, and I'm like, whoa, just accept that he's dead. And I'm like, wow, this game was awful in so many ways, but the story for this game and all the like little letters that you read, and the background between what the mom was going through and what her ex-husband went through and what the son went through, it really culminated to that scene. And it was really well done. That's the only reason this game is getting a score at all, because the game was so bad. Story was amazing, really amazing. And so it goes on, and that's almost the end of the game. But that point, like, if it felt like the end of Walking Dead season 1. Like you're like, oh my gosh, this is a moment that is going to be forever remembered as one of the best moments in video game history. And it's too bad. It's really too bad that this game sucks. Otherwise, I feel like this would be one of those moments, and not a lot of people are going to play this game, or have played this game, that are going to be even, I guess, be able to see this kind of this moment in a game, in a video game. So it was good. I mean, it was a good ride. It's obviously 3 out of 10. I already said it, 3 out of 10. But Otherwise, good start to my. I think it was a good start to my indie game of 2022. I'm not sure what my next game is going to be, but yeah, it's good. Oh, I also beat Uncharted 3 this past week, so I'm waiting for Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy to come out.
When's that come
PS5
out again?
Next week, the 18th.
All right.
$10 upgrade. Going to go ahead and get that. Play those 2 games, and I'll be ready.
$10 upgrades both Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, or do you have to pay $10 each?
See, I'm pretty sure if you have Uncharted 4, I have the Uncharted 4 disc version, and I think that if I have that, then I will be able to upgrade to Uncharted 4 digital edition for the PS5 for $10. I also have the Lost Legacy. I don't know if it's $10 each. It's really vague on what it is, and I could not follow it.
That seems kind of messed up if they make you do $10 for both.
Because
collection.
It is a collection. So it's. I wonder if I have just have Uncharted 4 disc in, that I'll be able to use the $10 upgrade to get both games.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Someone find that out without me having to spend.
And you can't pre-order it. You can't pre-order it. If you want to do the upgrade, you can't do it now. You have to wait till launch date.
You have to discover by accident.
It's a little silly.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah,
But
Uncharted
I'll
3 was
probably do it.
amazing.
I mean,
9 out of 10. I remember. I couldn't remember that, and I'm like, wow. The biggest part of the game I remember was the big, huge desert scene, and that really doesn't happen until like chapter 19 of 22.
yeah, it's really far in. Yep.
I didn't remember that.
Now, I am curious to know. Well, maybe we should save it for the spoiler cast later on. But I'm curious,
go ahead.
real quick. Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3, which one do you like better?
Uncharted 2.
Okay.
Yes, Uncharted 2. Uncharted 3 is like very close to it. But Uncharted 3, there were many sections in the game where it was almost impossible to get past the enemies. I was playing on normal, and I'm like, holy crap. If I was on hard or crushing playing this, like, and every time I would die, it would respawn me in the middle of the fight. So I'm like trying to figure out how to roll back into cover, because otherwise I'm going to get murdered by this guy who's shooting grenades at me.
Yeah.
And so, but one of the cool things of Uncharted 3 that Uncharted 2 didn't have was you can lob grenades back at the enemies.
That's right.
Which was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah. But
sweet.
Uncharted 2 for sure.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we should
Marc,
have played
did you play any
Broforce when we went to Pat's. I didn't even think about it at the time. We should have Broforced it up for sure.
Oops.
We did not think
Next
that
time.
through. I think I've played so much Broforce with some of the other bros that I totally forgot, Ronnie, that I haven't played Broforce with you. That seems like a crime.
I think Broforce might have surpassed like. That's got to be in like my top 3 games I've played the most now.
All the games?
Yeah.
I wonder what. I don't remember. It's been so long ago since we rated. I wonder where it rated on your top 100 list. It had to be up there.
Yeah. I wouldn't put too much into that, to be honest.
That changes every week.
I came in without a plan every week.
Where the wind blows. Yeah. But yeah.
I'd also like to add that I have the same microwave that's behind you.
Do you?
Yeah, same one.
It's pretty nice. I haven't used this one in particular, but I've used the one at where we're staying, and it is pretty nice. I like it.
You don't have a microwave in Brazil, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it you don't have? That was crazy.
Grass.
There was that, but there was some kind of kitchen thing. I thought.
Okay, I'll think about it. Kitchen thing. I mean, there was a time where we got to Brazil and we only had an oven, and let me tell you, when you want to reheat leftovers and you have to put it all on the oven on a pan or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, I just need 1 minute to reheat this pizza. Instead, I'm like throwing it on a frying pan to heat it up, and then it burns it because it's already mostly cooked. Not fun. But once we got a microwave, it's glorious.
You ever like reheat a piece of pizza though in the oven? Like it's fantastic when it comes.
It is. It's good, but I just don't have the patience sometimes. I'm like, I just want to eat the pizza, or
Now,
you just eat it, or you just eat it cold.
The oven's good. Yeah, cold. Cold is good.
Yeah, cold's fine.
I've never been a cold
microwave
pizza person.
Microwave and oven? No. You got to put them in an air fryer. Air fried pizza is phenomenal.
That does sound good.
That does sound good.
I've never
That's
done
very
that.
good.
Please don't talk about pizza. I've been craving it
Oh, yeah, that's
so
true.
bad.
hold-
and
Sorry,
I
Mark.
still
So,
have
Mark,
it.
while we're on the subject of weight loss, so Mark, so in 2022, I decided I wanted to become healthier,
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to find all these different kinds of foods that are either low calorie, high protein, things like that. And I came across the California Kitchen Pizza, or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's CPK.
Do you not eat that pizza either? Is that not on your diet?
I can't eat any red meat.
At least not until you have.
Well, there's all kinds of there's like
right?
margarita pizzas and things like that, or that are in
Yeah,
that
is
are
red
that
sauce. Is
CKP
red
does.
sauce considered?
Yeah.
Is this all
I
red
also
foods?
can't eat anything that's high in fat content
Okay.
because it causes a reaction that causes the chest pain. It's
Gotcha.
not just a
Oh.
diet thing. Like I literally cannot eat it right now. Which
Until you have the test,
yes.
right?
Well, not even until they figure out what's causing this
Until
and
they say
fix
otherwise.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Because otherwise, and it's killing me because like
Oh,
I
man.
am very much a carnivore. Like I am all about my meats.
My family
And-
felt so bad when you came over that night to hang out, and everything I like. So we always have one night where I'm like, these are a few of my favorite things. Like they're like, okay, Lucas, what do you want us to make for you that you can't have in Brazil? And the first one at the top is, and this might sound gross to you guys, but I don't care because I love it. Ham loaf. It is meatloaf, but instead of ground beef, it's ground ham and ground pork mixed together, and
That's
then
amazing.
ground up, cornflakes and stuff, and then covered in brown sugar glaze.
That sounds
It
good.
is glorious. And then
And
doesn't
I
look
had
good, but it
none of
sure
it.
it
tastes
doesn't. and Marcus had none of it, and it was just more for me, so I didn't
Yep.
complain, but I still felt bad for the guy because it smells good.
Yeah.
But we had mac and cheese. We had my favorite cranberry sauce, which is just the straight out of the can, smooth old good stuff that when it comes out goes, and it's awesome. So yeah, he couldn't have anything. I was like, "Can you have this?" He's like, "No." "Can you have this?" "No." I'm like, "We're gonna have to take you somewhere and get you some dinner so you can at least eat with us and talk." So we did that.
Here's a
Yeah.
raisin skin.
Yeah.
It's a
So, yeah.
steamed raisin skin.
We need to do a dining episode so I can learn something,
Yeah.
and,
No,
and
I've-
Patrick can learn.
I pretty much can only eat, like, in terms of meats, I can only eat chicken and fish. That's the only thing I can eat right now. And it kills me because, like, one of my favorite foods is burgers. Can't have that.
Nope.
I've been craving
Yeah, that is
pizza
rough.
for months and months. Can't have that. So
Now, have you ever tried cauliflower pizza? Is that
Yes.
not in your?
that
Is that
is-
any good for you?
that is disgusting to me.
I did not see that coming.
that is not of God. And
It's a devil's pizza.
Unholy. He's getting out his crosses and holding them up, sprinkling holy water on it. Turn into a good pizza, please. Sprinkle,
anytime
sprinkle.
somebody tells me about cauliflower chip pizza, we have to have a come to Jesus meeting. So
Let us pray.
yep.
He
No.
has one of those Elijah moments, and he's calling down fire from heaven to
Yep.
burn it up,
Yep.
so that it's not even edible.
Honestly,
Prophet-
at,
Prophets
at
of
the place
pizza?
that I play, at the place I play volleyball, they have a cauliflower pizza, and it really is not bad at all.
Yeah,
Like
Now, is
Elizabeth
this-
gets it like fairly often.
What is
Put,
in a cauliflower
barbecue
pizza?
sauce or hot sauce on it? To
What is in a
mask that
cauliflower pizza?
Is it just normal pizza with cauliflower in it?
The
Or is
It's
crust.
like a cauliflower crust.
Yeah, the crust is made of cauliflower. Yeah.
That's weird sounding, at least. I would
Yep.
eat it or try it.
I mean,
guess.
it's not awful, but it's not like. I mean, you'd rather have a regular pizza for sure.
It's
Like,
not
do they
pizza.
Do
Yeah,
they
no, it's-
do they reconstitute it like Rice Krispie? Those Rice Krispie discs, cracker things that
those
are
those
really-
rice patties.
like rice patties, yeah. And they're
not like that.
They take the cauliflower and then they put the sauce on it, and it's like
It's the same texture, really, as a regular pizza.
I would just
That's what I
assume
envisioned.
I would just assume like to eat cardboard over that stuff.
Can you eat that? Would that really be healthy?
Probably
Are you
not.
allowed to eat cardboard?
Okay. Well, then-
Air fry it. Air
There you
fry
go.
that cardboard.
That'll make it
Speaking
better.
of- Speaking of air frying, I feel like every time I come to the States, I discover something new. And I think the last time I was here, I discovered the freestyle machine. Now I discovered the all-in-one air fryer, where it's an air fryer, it's an oven, it's a toaster, it's a broiler. Like it does everything, and it just blows me away how they just keep coming up with this stuff.
My wife got one for Christmas.
I've never had an air fryer in my whole life.
Are you serious? Air fryers are amazing, Ronnie. You need to get.
You should come over to our house. We have 2 now.
They're awesome.
It's really all you need. Like you can get rid of so much stuff and just use an air fryer. And it's
I'm not exactly like the person who cooks things though at our house. Like I'm not trustworthy.
But you could be.
I wouldn't consider air frying cooking.
No, it's not at all. It's glorified.
In my book, that'd be cooking.
Yeah, well.
I'm like, hey, what do you want for dinner? You want me to microwave you some chicken nuggets?
Put the chicken nuggets in the air fryer.
Oh, dinner's on me tonight, babe.
Dude, put it in the air fryer and it tastes like you made it in a restaurant. Like
exactly. Yeah.
It's glorious. We're not kidding. Air fryers are awesome.
My mother-in-law and I didn't talk, and
for a whole week because she wouldn't use the air fryer. I've disowned you, mother-in-law.
Yes. No, we didn't. In terms of Christmas presents, we didn't talk, and so I bought Kristen an air fryer, and my mother-in-law bought Kristen an air fryer.
No way.
Now the real question is, have you tested them out? Is there one that's better than the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there a clear winner?
Oh, absolutely there is. And it was not mine.
Oh, no.
Here's how bad I felt. And of course she didn't do it on purpose, and it's all good because Kristen uses both of them.
She showed you up.
But yeah, she pulls out this big old box. It's the Ninja air fryer.
Oh, that's what my friends got.
Ones.
What? It folds up into the wall like you don't. It doesn't even stay on the counter like a normal. Kitchen item that takes up a bunch of space it doesn't need to.
I'm gonna take a picture of the one I got and the one she got. And you'll see. I was like, thanks, Michelle.
It's the thought that counts.
Wow, she got the Mercedes Benz, or I guess now it would be. She got the Tesla of air fryers.
She uses them both though, in different ways. But
she
loves you.
Yeah, we have them both.
She kept yours.
Yeah, we have them both.
She kept it in their bedroom, so she air fries little snacks. For them, and just like here.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Why not? Just make a little snack.
It's a good idea.
No, it's all good though. It's just funny.
That is.
I looked up, and because the moment that Kristen mentioned, she's like, "Yeah, I got an air fryer for Christmas," and I immediately saw the blood drain from my mother-in-law's face, and like, I look at her like seriously.
Well, at least you were first. You won that one.
It's true. It's true.
It's a good thing too, because if you'd have been second with the worst product,
oh man, you'd have nothing going for you. Like,
get out of my house.
Do you even love me?
Honey, did you get me anything?
What is this crap?
No, I didn't. I didn't get you anything. What's that present? Nothing. You don't need to see it.
I got you this roll of toilet paper.
I got
2 years ago.
Cash.
This was worth a diamond.
I know, cash.
The gift of my love.
Yeah. I gave you just hug her. I gave you a hug. My alarm went off. I had to hug you.
Oh gosh.
Showed up by your mother-in-law.
Yeah. It's all good though.
Wow. Yep. It's all good.
And I use neither of them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer.
Yeah,
One day maybe.
I guess with your diet, there's not much that you're gonna fry or air fry. Yeah.
Nope. Although I guess air frying is a lot healthier than your normal frying.
Yeah, but the stuff you put in the air fryer is usually not healthy.
That's fair. Touche.
Yeah.
But it's less not healthy in the air fryer.
I'm going to give you update on my 2022 health goal.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
I've changed all my eating habits, all of them.
All of them.
That's where it starts.
And it's
been
what is it? What's today? The 10th?
It is.
I've lost 9 pounds.
Nice.
Dang, man, you're gonna melt away. You're gonna melt away by the end of the year.
It's crazy. Like I just got rid of all the crap, like all of it. And it was like my body's like, hey, you don't need all this fat anymore.
There you go. Put that on a box. What's the secret to weight loss? Stop eating all that crap.
Yeah, I mean, really, I was eating gross. I was eating Doritos and Cheetos. I was eating at 2 a.m. Chicken nuggets and pizza and drinking like pop and all this stuff. And I was just no care in the world. I had no cares. I would eat Long John Silver's almost every week. I mean, that's how little care I had with my body. So, yeah, cut it all out. Fruits and veggies.
Look at
great.
you.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Cut it out.
I wonder how. So I wonder if that was just like the water weight from all the crap and sodium I had in my body and the salt that was holding in all the water. Who knows? But still, feels good.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Whatever gets it done.
Indeed.
Nice. Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I don't even remember what we talked about for resolutions, so I'm definitely not going to update like you did. But...
Speaking of resolutions.
Oh,
hey.
Transition.
Yeah. So I started mine this past weekend.
Yeah, that's right. We got a spoiler earlier. Now you can unveil what happened.
So I decided, one way that's going to kind of keep me going with this resolution is, you know what? I'm thinking about streaming it. So I put it out to the community. And I was like, okay, so this is probably going to take the majority of the year, possibly. If I stream for the rest of 2022 and go through the entire mainline console Zelda games, would you guys watch it? And the vast majority said, yep. So I started the OG Legend of Zelda this past weekend.
You did.
Streamed it. And... I'm already halfway through the game after 2 hours. Of course, walkthroughs help, of course.
Sure, they do.
But
did you go into the cave and get the sword first, or did you try to just do it without the sword like my daughter?
No, I went straight to the sword.
Come on, man up.
I caved.
All you need is a shield. That's easy mode.
Yep. No, in fact, I think I have the best sword in the game at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, you have that sword that like shoots a sword.
Yeah.
Right? A little projectile sword.
Yep.
That is the best.
Yep, but only when you have full health. If you get hit at all, it doesn't work.
I was wondering well, all of a sudden you weren't using that sword. I was like, why isn't he using that sword?
Yeah,
what's going on here?
Only works when you have full health.
Okay.
But yeah, I am 5 dungeons in out of 9. After a little over, I think it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like that of playing. And that's only one stream. So I think we're going to get both NES games done this month, which will be nice. Which will be nice because they are some of the most challenging of these Legend of Zelda games. Of course, you start going into the much longer Zelda games, but they're not like crazy difficult like some of these NES games were. Right. But I found that I had, because I streamed this back, not this past Retro October, but the one before, I think.
Right.
I played through, and that game was tough as crap when I played it. But this time it wasn't as bad. It wasn't affecting me. I died quite a few times, but it wasn't that bad this time. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be clearing out of the first Legend of Zelda and into the Adventure of Link, which I have never beaten, never fully beaten before.
What's the furthest you've gotten in
not
Link?
Far, because I had no idea where I was going, and the way that it's set up is completely different from the original Legend of Zelda. There's a lot of like 2D side-scrolling type stuff, which they didn't have in.
Pretty much all your battling is 2D side-scroller.
Yeah.
You pretty much just have that overworld, and then you run into stuff, and then you fight it in 2D.
Yeah, like it. Obviously, this came out before Pokemon, but like it reminds me of Pokemon, like when you can running through the overworld and you just have a random encounter, where enemies will just pop up. The way that it sets up is very Pokemon to me, even though it came before Pokemon. But yeah, so that'll be the first time I'll be beating that. So we're making our way through.
There you go.
So yeah, 10 a.m.
And I saw you streaming on in the morning this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixing it up.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to be doing that from now on, just because I've found that I feel better in the morning, and plus by the time like 10 o'clock comes around, like I want to chill out. I don't really want to. I'm not as much in a streaming mood, so this will keep me more motivated to keep consistent.
There you go.
Consistent in streaming and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm well on my way to beating Legend of Zelda. So 10 a.m. every Saturday over on the GMG Twitch channel. Check us out.
Be there or be Ganon.
Yes, indeed.
That's the mantra.
Giant pig.
Yep, giant pig man.
So you know what's crazy? This weekend, we're having a family Christmas get together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
You heard that
still
right.
Time.
Yeah, so we were supposed to get together with my wife's extended family for Christmas Eve, and because of sickness, including our old friend COVID,
Our old buddy.
yeah,
Omicron.
yep, yeah, that didn't happen, so we had to postpone it to this Saturday, and I was like,
Yeah.
"It's so weird. We're having Christmas party on
Now,
January."
Yeah.
do you still have your Christmas stuff up?
Yes.
Oh, no. Well, okay.
Then
Yeah.
it's real. That
Cool.
makes it
The
real.
lights, I haven't turned the lights on at all, but yeah, my stuff is still up. We haven't put it
Okay.
down yet.
All right.
There you go. Sweet. Our stuff is still up too. I can't wait to go home and it's Christmas all over again.
All year.
Yeah. All year long.
I tell you what, though, when I was driving through West Virginia and coming into Virginia right after it had snowed and stuff like that, I was like, this is what I was looking for at Christmas time. What the heck? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Foaming.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Uh-huh.
I like it.
I like it.
A lot.
Uh-huh. I just wanted to say that I feel like Applebee's is going downhill. I'm just going to throw it out there right
They've
now.
always been downhill.
Yeah,
Hey,
I agree
hey.
with Pat on this one.
Hey, now.
they're terrible.
2 for
They
20.
started on downhill. They were like, let's launch a franchise. It's
No.
all downhill from here.
It's not.
I feel like
They
their
used
food
to-
is like just. It's just a regular like bar type food, but it doesn't like all the other restaurants like them, like O'Charlie's or any other kind of like steakhouse, like always way better than Applebee's.
I mean, I don't disagree, but at the same time, it's their own they're their own worst enemy. They got rid of some of their best food, like the chimney cheesecake, one of the best desserts in the business back in the day. I probably would have it nowadays and be like, this is crap. But
Didn't you work at Applebee's?
you know what? I did. I'm
Yeah,
kind of biased.
I was
So.
gonna say.
I prefer
They
Texas
used to have-
Roadhouse. I think
I also work there, and
I love
I-
Texas Roadhouse, dude.
I understand. It's good. It's in terms of food quality, Texas Roadhouse definitely better. But
Yeah.
I like variety, and I feel like Applebee's has a good variety. But they disappointed me because one thing I always liked as a reforming cheapskate is the 2 for 20. Like I felt like I got my best bang for the buck with the 2 for 20. You get your appetizer, you get your meals, all for $20. Well, guess what? It's been upgraded now. It's 2 for 24 or 2 for 29 if you want real food of an actual adult
Inflation,
size.
baby.
Yeah, it's what is this?
So like a normal meal at Applebee's.
Yeah,
I mean, like 15 or 16 bucks is like a
I'm like,
normal-
so I don't have savings anymore. Like, there's just nothing to look forward to about it. So I,
I'm
I
not
went,
saving money and the food sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Although I will tell you,
probably went
I
there
went
the last
to-
time.
what was that?
I probably went there for the last time ever. I'm probably never going to go back again because you're right. I only went out of nostalgia and having worked there and hoping to see people I worked with. Nothing.
You think they still work there?
Disappointed all around. I mean, I wasn't going to see anybody. That restaurants have so much turnaround. It's been like 11 years since I worked there. So
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
So Elizabeth and her friends go out a lot, and they end up going to Butterbee's all the time. Like that's like their weekly get together. And
Is that like
I
a
also
honey?
think
Is that a honey restaurant? Like
it's
everything's based around honey?
it's like the sister of Applebee's. Like
Oh, okay.
it's just as bad, in my
Fair
opinion.
enough.
Like I don't. I think
Butterbee's.
it's the same like
Oh, that's
style.
true.
Like The same reasons I don't like Applebee's is why I don't like Butterbee's.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It just sounds like a greasier, like everything's made out of butter. It's Applebee's, but just more butter. You know,
It's like the same thing. It's just crap.
butter sandwich.
One of the
Butter
Applebee's
wings.
here in Lynchburg just closed. Went out of business.
Well, now I know why now.
Yeah.
Makes me sad.
It's not much longer. I'm sure the other one will probably close too.
Yep.
I like Outback Steakhouse too.
Outback is
Now-
good.
They have some good
Yeah,
stuff.
Outback is good. Outback's is in Brazil, and
Oh yeah.
it's just it. I will say that with some of the American restaurants like Olive Garden, Outback, they replicate American cuisine really well. And
You're
it's been
gonna have
impressive.
saudades for your blooming onions.
That's right, mate.
Yeah. Do they still have the same commercials in Brazil?
Look at you breaking out the Portuguese. I actually don't see a lot of commercials since we just stream like Netflix and all that. We don't see the commercials very much. But no, they don't do Outback. I mean, they might do Outback commercials, but they don't do the Australian. It's just like normal guy talking in Portuguese. I'm like,
That's
hey,
no fun.
I want to hear some Portuguese with an Australian accent, like bom
Some
dia,
shrimp
mate.
on the barbie.
Yeah, like bom dia, to the bane. Like just get that Australian flair. But no, nothing like that.
What's really weird is listening to, if you ever call like the one here, it's like, thank you for calling Outback here in in Lynchburg. I'm like, ugh.
It's like, how do you say that with an Australian accent? That would be the same in West
They
Virginia.
just have the same guy saying all the city names.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that'd be fun.
It would.
Speaking of
Real fun.
Australian,
Yeah. Speaking of that.
I watched the first 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett this week.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nice transition. I like that. Look,
Yeah.
you're just bringing out. Everybody's bringing out good transitions today.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I
I
like
am
only
definitely
watched-
behind in Marvel again, like with all the series that like popped this past like year. Like I've fallen way behind again. But man, something about Star Wars, like when they bring out a new series, like if it's a series based around Boba Fett, I mean, who is not going to watch that?
It's true.
I've not watched it yet.
Wow.
Ooh.
Fake fan.
You're going to like it.
I wanted to wait till there were 3 episodes and then I was gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it. It's pretty fun.
I've watched 1 episode, and it was fun. I look forward to the others.
Yep. Tis good. Tis good so far.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
Mhm.
I was gonna say something, but I pulled a Ronnie and forgot, so
Oops.
I did it again.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh wait. Oh, we
And
were
it's
talking
gone.
about restaurants that are no good. I rediscovered Red Robin. I just wanted to share that because you're muted, Patrick,
What?
or I didn't hear you. Maybe I'm muted.
It's so
think-
good.
It's so good.
I
And not only is-
love Red
is it-
Robin too.
It's,
Yum.
but the
Oh,
thing
man.
is is it more of a recent development that everything's bottomless? I've never been to a
I
restaurant
think
that has
they've had it for a
I-
while. Well, the
I
sandwiches
wear
aren't
pants.
bottomless, are they?
You don't have to wear pants
You
there
can't just
anymore?
get like another sandwich.
everything is bottomless. You can walk in with just your shirt on.
People are bottomless.
Everybody, it's like semi-nudist restaurant. It's awesome.
Things
What's
have
your
changed.
sandwich at Red
No.
Robin? Like, what do you go for?
Well, like I said, I rediscovered it, and I like the. Well, I did the chicken one because I was trying to be healthy-ish, a chicken sandwich, but I think they have a burger of the same caliber, like a teriyaki burger, chicken, with the slice of pineapple, the teriyaki sauce on the meat.
Nice. Their French fries are so good too. There,
Dude, the
So
sweet
good.
potato fries, amazing.
those are good. And I don't even like
Bottomless.
sweet potato fries, but something about theirs.
Dude, theirs are good, and we got them fresh. And then on top of that, what's funny is the day before, Mindy and I are like, you know what we haven't had while being in the States? Root beer floats. We go to Red Robin,
Yep.
bottomless root beer floats in a glass mug the size of my head.
Bottomless
Yes.
root beer floats? Whoa.
Bottomless.
I don't know if I could have more than like 1.5. of
We
those,
had
though.
2, and we about died. Like, we're just
You
like,
get, you get to keep the mug.
no, I wish.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
that'd
Those
be
mugs
cool.
were high caliber. So Red Robin has been added to restaurants to go to when we're in the States. It's pushed
I
out
agree with
Applebee's. Applebee is done, and now it's Red Robin.
I think they have one of the best burgers around. Like, they are fantastic.
What
They're good.
is the go-to Red Robin burger? Because I'm going to try it next time I'm in.
I like the one with the chili on it, actually.
This is called
And then they have one
chili
big
burger.
sandwich with a fried egg on it. Which
Ooh,
is
the fried egg
fantastic.
is mine. Yes.
Yeah, that's a
good
fantastic sandwich.
All right. I'm pretty sure we're going to go back there again this week.
You're gonna make me.
It's going to be my only meal for the day. I'm going to eat
I would
it
say
right
if you
now.
go back only one more time, get the fried egg sandwich because it's
I'll
100%
get the
worth it.
fried egg sandwich. It's in there because I got to get the root beer float again. I'm sorry, Mark, for this long conversation about these things you can't eat. Please
Yeah,
forgive
sorry
us.
about that.
Pat and I are trying to lose weight. You are actively trying to gain
That's
it.
true. I need to apologize to Patrick now.
I can remember how good these are, but man, I can't eat these right now. This stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like I have not had bread in a week. Like
See, I can't go that far.
I'm like eating stuff that is like in sandwiches, but not
Right.
with bread.
It's not a sandwich. It's just like
Yeah.
in between your hands, and you're just like biting your hands. It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna eat my hands now. You'd lose weight. I mean, if
But
you
I
ate
tell-
your hands, you wouldn't gain any weight. It was already there.
I tell you what, I feel so much better cutting out all
I'm
the
glad,
stuff.
You probably would lose weight from all the blood, to be fair.
That's true.
And die also. You'd probably bleed out, so you'd be real skinny when you died.
Details.
That's how you get cut these days.
He died, but he met his goal.
He
Good
looked
job.
great.
He looked good doing it.
What a physique.
What an idiot.
Shoot. Making me laugh cough.
Loft.
Checks out. I lost.
Yeah.
The old loft.
I was doing
Mash him up.
the words
him up.
math and the words math? Word math in my head. And I was like, yep, those add together. Loft. Or calf.
Calf.
Yeah. I calfed.
Loft.
Sounds like I'm from Boston.
Hey,
I've been calfing. Been calfing with my friends.
See, it's funny because you say caffin and you're like giving it a twang too.
Well, I'm from West.
Can't even help it, huh?
I can't help it.
Caffin
But
to
I'm
you?
from
Yeah.
Calfing with my friends. Hey, y'all. Let's go calfing together.
So we should stop now.
All right. Yeah. That's a good solid. Yeah.
I was not
We
gonna
can't
end
wait
it.
to hear the fried egg report next week.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give it to you. Give you that old fried egg
Fried
report.
egg.
You're gonna like it because it's gonna be good. Patrick's gonna cry. Mark's gonna be like, "All right, I'm out."
Mark's gonna cry
Good
hard.
night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Yep. So Ronnie did the intro. Mark, was that your outro for us? We need to finish now.
We should.
Get out of here.
I am done with this podcast.
And we're done.
Wait, are we done?
I think that should be the part. where
That should-
we
that should be it.
just totally do it right there. Cut it off right there.
I agree with that. Just an abrupt end.
Shoot, I didn't.
Abrupt.
I
We're
didn't
not going
stop.
to plug anything. We're not going to tell people how it's going on. Figure it out. You figure it out. You're
Yeah.
an adult.
Click the
Yes,
links.
yeah.
We've told you 174
You-
times.
You know how internet works. Figure it
Yeah.
out.
If you want to
Go
know
to
where
the-
to go back an episode. You'll find out.
Yeah. No, you want to figure out where to go, use your brain and click the links, you big dumb idiot.
Hey, guess what?
Idiots.
We're still recording. by the
How
way.
do I find
do
your
we-
podcast?
We're
Search
still
it.
recording.
You'll figure it out.
We just lost
Press-
every joiner.
Press the play button
Yeah.
and listen and do what we say.
No,
It's that
serious-
easy.
Seriously, no. We love you guys, but
We do. Love you guys.
It's tough love.
We are
but
jerks, but we love you.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to tell
but
you how it is.
now we are done.